Hi trainers and welcome back to my channel, and also hi from the spot that I decided to pick before filming this video. Excellent life choices there. My name is Heather for those of you that don't know me, and today we're going to be doing a makeup look that's inspired by the Pokemon Articuno, and in order to do that we are going to be using the Revolution palette called Forever Flawless, which was a blatant rip of Jeffree Star's Blue Blood that came out a few years ago, and I bought this off ASOS for £10 and figured why not. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support I've received from my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll pop a link up here somewhere. Give it a watch, see what you think, and feel free to reach out if you need to. Let's start with our Pokemon look then. For primer today, we're going to be using the Matte Revolution Pro Primer. I think I picked this up in Sainsbury's a couple of weeks ago. It was only a few quid, so bargain. I'm going to pop some foundation on around my eyes using the No. 7 Stay foundation there. And then on top of that, I'm just going to put some powder from the Super Stay range. What's it? Super Stay Powder Maybelline range. And just to prep my eyes, because we're putting a lot of eyeshadow on today, and it's going to be fun. With the eyes today, the look is loosely based off of a tutorial that I found on Pinterest, which was originally done by Urban Decay when they released their Game of Thrones collection some time ago. I don't want to talk about Game of Thrones because it makes me too upset and angry.
Best season ever!
But if you do want to see the tutorial, I'll link it down below and you can kind of have a look at the original look and then kind of how it looks in comparison to what I've done with it, because I needed to step it up and make it a lot more icy than it originally was. So as I do this eyeshadow look, by the way, I've already started. I completely forgot to tell you what I was doing. I'm using, oh God, why is this always so hard using a monitor? So I'm just using Ocean and I'm just going in here to just, I don't know man, this look is, it kind of looks like a mess and then it kind of all comes together at the end. I don't own the Jeffree Star palette that this is ripping off, so I can't actually compare it, like the formula, like the fallout, stuff like that. It's just, I can only really give my opinion on this palette, and I've practiced this look a few times because it's a bit out there, and to be honest I find this palette to be quite decent. I know a lot of people don't like Revolution because they rip off other brands, they're cheap so the quality may not be so good, but I actually have a lot of Revolution products because I am a cheapskate and I actually find them quite decent. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I have to be honest with you, this game is like not as good as everyone is hyping it up to be. I know that's my personal opinion, but like honestly, I've never played a game where I've started so invested and then just lost interest so quickly. Oh man, I can't talk and do makeup at the same time. I think this was a bad idea to try and do a game review whilst doing makeup. When I started this game, I really enjoyed it. I was quite invested in the storyline and I was really eager to, you know, explore and finish the whole thing. And then as the game carried on, I just lost interest so quickly. So there's 3 acts to the story. By the end of Act 2, I think I was fully checked out. But because I am such a completionist, I have to carry on playing and get like the trophies and all the collections and stuff like that. I'm just a sucker for punishment, I guess. It's really weird because there are other characters that are not the protagonist that I would have wanted to play as so much more. Jin, the protagonist, is aggressively boring and I just have no interest in his development or the, you know, what's going on with him. There's just other characters in there that I'm like, oh, you know, maybe it would have been cool to see, you know, what they've got going on. It has a lot of elements of video games that I really enjoy. Like, I love an open world game. I love, you know, a game with a bunch of, you know, extra side quests that just make it, yeah, more interesting. It fleshes out the world. But with this one, it's just tedious. The whole thing is just so tedious. Using Freeze, I'm just going to fill in the middle section of my eye. I think what really also lets the game down is the fact that the gameplay mechanics are frustrating. So, for example, you can't lock onto your enemies when you fight them, which, you know, at first doesn't sound that bad, but when you're in combat in this game and all of a sudden you're trying to fight 16 different enemies at the same time, not being able to lock onto somebody can actually be really frustrating because you're just spannering around wildly, you know, swinging your sword, not actually making connections with anyone because you're just trying to get everyone at the same time. It's, yeah, that is very frustrating. The camera doesn't really help either. It's very closed in on you when you're fighting, which again stops you from being able to see all of the enemies that are attacking you, which again isn't ideal because of course you need to be able to see what's going on in order to defend yourself. I think the other thing about this game that is quite frustrating is the island is huge. There's like 3 separate areas to the island and it's massive. There's so much land space, but there's not a lot that's actually filling it. Like the scenery is absolutely gorgeous, and one of my favourite parts of the game is just riding around on my horse, seeing all the different environments that they've put in there. You can go from like the coast up into the north where it's just snowy mountains and it's just genuinely so beautiful. So there's only maybe 6 or 7 different sets of collectibles that you can get on the actual island, and after a while it just gets so repetitive that whereas before you were excited to discover a fox den, when you realise that you have to collect 7 more for the whole thing, you just don't want to do it, and that it's a real shame. Using Articuno, I'm just going to go over the light areas that I've just done. I have to say one of the best parts of the game for me were the mythic quests which you can do. I think they were the best ones in the game just because they were a little different from what you'd seen before. Yeah, it just had a bit of variety, which, as I say, the game is unfortunately lacking. Using Glacier, I'm just going to go over the eyelid to make it icy. There is a lot of fallout on this silver shade. I think probably it would be best to use my fingertip, but I always get a bit weird about that. I don't really like doing that. If I can use a brush, then I'll just use a brush. Using the shade Titanic, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. Imagine being on the Titanic, dying, and then however many years later, having an eyeshadow named after the boat that you died in. I really wish that Ghost of Tsushima had been better. When I was reading reviews and stuff for it, people were talking about it as if it was like the last hurrah of the PS4, it was going out on a bang before the next generation came in. Like the best and worst thing that I can say about Ghost of Tsushima is that it plays like an Assassin's Creed game. So this is coming, by the way, from one of the biggest fans of the Assassin's Creed franchise. I've played every single one, I adore them, but I know how bad they've got at the same time. Like I'm fully aware of that, and yet I still put myself through the challenge of buying every single game, completing it to 100%, and then just kind of coming to the realization that I've wasted hours of my life that probably could have been spent more productively. But it never stops me from getting hyped when another one comes out. And I love Vikings and like Norse mythology and stuff, so I think, you know, I'm fully invested in this new game that's coming out. But it does seem like they are taking away the stealth mechanic, or they're at least like moving away from it. But I do hope they keep that in, because I love stealth in my games. I absolutely adore it. And even playing Ghost of Tsushima, they do have a good stealth mechanic in there. The AI is not fantastic, but I did enjoy sneaking into camps and using all my sneaky ghost tools and stuff to kill people. I just hope Assassin's Creed tries to retain some element of stealth in its games, because that's what I really liked about it. I am so spotty at the moment, and I do not know why. It's quite annoying, because I thought during the quarantine I wouldn't be wearing so much makeup, and I haven't been. So I thought, oh, you know, my skin will clear up, it'll look better for it, and instead I have just erupted into spots. I look like I'm going through puberty. It's kind of weird, I don't like it. For concealer today, we're just going to use the Instant Anti-Age Eraser by Maybelline, which I think has had a massive surge of popularity, judging by the videos I've been seeing recently. It seems like everyone's using this. Using the same colours as before, I'll place them underneath my eye just to bring it all together. I feel like I've done nothing but talk badly about Ghost of Tsushima. To be honest, I would probably give this game, out of 10, a solid 6. If you like Assassin's Creed games, you'll like this game. If you like very serious storylines and no fun in your game, then you'll like this video game. Weirdly, when I was looking at reviews for this game just to see if people agreed with me, this game has like a 9.2 user rating on Metacritic, which I don't personally get. Like, that's weird to me. But I mean, people love the game, so maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being super critical of it. But I don't see it. Like, I just don't see it. It's really strange to me that people are loving this game so much. Alright then, my eyes are done. And now, well, they're not really though, because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on them. So the first thing I wanted to show you was, so I got the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop the other day. I don't know if I mentioned in one of my other videos that I was like super butthurt about not getting it the first time around, but they did another second launch or relaunch, I don't know, whatever, restock, that's the word I'm looking for. And I managed to get the whole thing. What I'm gonna do is just use, I don't even know what this is called. So it's Glitterily Obsessed Glitter Gel. If you can see in there, the glitter is all stars and moons, which is really fitting with the Sailor Moon theme. I'm just going to put some of this under my eye. Oh, I just got glitter everywhere. I'm trying to get like a frosty look because Articuno is iceberg. I want this to look really frosty and icy, and this looks... I've had varied results with this. Sometimes it looks really good and sometimes it looks absolutely shocking, but the worst thing about it is that it does take my eyeshadow off underneath. So this is like a real, I have to concentrate. I can only do this in one go because if I try and like move stuff around, then all the eyeliner, the eyeshadow comes like slicking off underneath. It's not a good look. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, this actually came out really well. I'm like freaking myself out because yeah, this hasn't been so good previously, so I'm not gonna keep playing with it because I know that it's just gonna like ruin it. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. We're gonna move on and put some more crystals on my face because you can never say no to more crystals. In order to get the crystals on my face, I'm gonna take my FX glue here, dab some on my hand. Using this very tiny brush, I'll be applying glue to my face and then popping crystals on top of that. I bought this kit from Amazon, maybe for about £6 or something, and it came with this pencil. I had no idea how to use this, but yeah, basically so I put glue on my face, I use a pencil to dab up a crystal, and then I plap it on my eyeball. There's the crystal and the pencil. But then you just dab it on. There you go, and then it sticks. Great, fantastic. I will just pop a few more of these on. You don't need to hang around to see that. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so I've put my crystals on. What we're gonna do now is the face. It's really, really simple. We're not gonna do any contouring or warming my face up because Articuno is an ice Pokemon. So what we're gonna do instead is take this highlighter from Revolution, and I'm just gonna put that all over my face to give me a sort of glacial, icy sparkle. So the other game that I have been playing is Fall Guys, and I think everyone is playing it at the moment, but that game is such a palette cleanser in comparison to Ghost of Tsushima. It's just dumb fun. I love it so much. I don't know what other competitive game is just kind of filled with joy the way that Fall Guys is. I think that it might be a different story if there was group chat available, because I know that when me and Dominic play it, we get so angry at some people, and I'm sure other people get angry at us when we're like pulling and pushing around. I don't have a crown yet, which is really upsetting. We got really, really close at one point, but then Dominic missed the jump at the end and unfortunately didn't get it. Now the highlighter's on, I'm just gonna put some mascara on in prep for my falsies. Prawn cocktail Pringles are the best Pringles. There's no argument there. I will not hear it. I will not! For lipstick today, I want to introduce you to the absolute worst lipstick I've ever used in my entire life. So this is Collection. I don't even know what that brand is. I got this on Boots. It was like the only blackish, greyish lipstick I could find at the time. Collection Stay the Night lip tattoo, and it is just so bad. It's so bad, but I'll show you. Let me put it on and then you guys can appreciate what I'm talking about. What I need to explain about this lipstick is the consistency of it on my lips is so weird. It's like gritty and it makes my skin crawl. I just hate it so much. But I don't have another lipstick to use in this video. And the other thing is, when it dries down, which we'll do in a couple of minutes, and you'll probably see it as I carry on talking through this video, it starts flaking off. So normally when you put a lipstick on, you press your lips together. I can't do that with this lipstick because if I press my lips together, chunks of the paint will just come off and I'm just left with skin colour or like lip colour patches. It's just trash. The lipstick is trash. There's just a few little bits that I need to still do, so I'm just going to do that off camera and then I will come back and join you. Here's the final look. I'm so happy with this. When I was conceptualizing, I don't know if that's how you say the word, when I was thinking about what I wanted Articuno to look like, because she's a part of the legendary birds, I envisioned them as, you know, 3 princesses. I wanted to give her a royal look, hence the tiara. This wig is, I mean, the colour's nice, but let me tell you, this wig is trash. This lipstick is trash. My serotonin levels, trash. I am loving this. I think it looks really cute. Look, I got the elf ears because I saw them for like £6 on Amazon, along with some vampire teeth, which I needed anyway for something that I've got in the pipeline. And I was like, you know what? They're gonna have ears. They're gonna have elf ears. That's what I want to do. So I did it. And actually, I'm just like, I'm really chuffed with this look. And I got this top from Primark for like £8. The crown was like £13 on Amazon or something. I don't know, man. It's like a super budget look. And I'm just really happy I got around to finally making this video because I know it's been a little while. When I do Moltres and Zapdos, they will also be in a princess style, but will look, of course, very different from what I've done for Articuno. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. You patiently listened to me babble on about Ghost of Tsushima and Fallout guys. Don't forget to comment below. Remember, the first person to suggest a Kanto Pokemon, that will be the next look that I do in my next video. I do actually have a big project that I'm ramping up for from the 1st of October. It's going to be a Halloween project. It's not going to be videos, it's actually just going to be pictures on my Instagram because I'm not going to be able to churn out 31 videos over the course of 1 month. Let me know in the comments down below what games you're playing as well. I want to hear your thoughts of Ghost of Tsushima, and also like what other games you think that I might enjoy playing. Of course, always please do feel free to like and subscribe as well, because I'm trying really hard to get to my first 100 subs so that I can get my personalised URL. That's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I want you to go and have a fantastic day. Make sure you're staying safe, and I will see you next time. Bye!